Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Top 10 Songs. We haven't done one of these in a little bit. We've got in the co-captain's chair today, Miss Lynne Versaci. Hello. How are you today?
Hello, I'm great. It's Friday. I'm happy. The weekend.
I was just telling Lynn before we went on the air that she's happy. It's Friday. She's all dressed in red, looking bright and cheery today. And
The lady in red. I
I'm
am.
sitting here in
Well,
this
red's
office
my
that I feel
favorite
like I
color.
haven't left in like 3 days. So it's.
You haven't left in 3 days.
I was sitting here at 11 o'clock last night. I was like,
Oh yeah. No, I can't. I gotta take a spin class or like go out for a walk. I mean, I have to do something. I have to remove myself from the element once in a while.
yeah, well, I will do that shortly. As soon as we get done with this, I'm going to go out and go walking or do something a little, you know, exercise like.
Yeah, you
I
should do
did that
something.
yesterday. I had a weird, not that anybody cares about this, but I had my COVID shot on Wednesday. And then yesterday I was feeling pretty sore from it, but I was like, you know what? It's lunchtime. I'm going to go out and do my normal thing. So I went to the gym and I walked and jogged like three miles around the indoor track, and about like 80% through that, I was like not feeling great. And I was like, I didn't eat much in the morning. I just had like a protein shake for breakfast at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I got back and I went back to work and I started getting the chills and I was feeling weak and dizzy. And I'm like,
That's
I probably
bad.
should have not gone to the gym today.
No, that probably was not a good idea.
No. And then at 4 o'clock, I cut out working for like an hour and a half and I went and laid on the couch. I put a blanket on me. And you know what? I got up, had dinner, and I felt pretty good the rest of the night, and I feel fine today. So I don't know what.
Oh, thank God.
Just my body telling me that you should have just chilled out, dude. You know, you just got that.
It's weird because I had that one and done, the Johnson and Johnson. And I had that, and I had it done at 8 a.m, and I didn't feel sick till 1 a.m. Like I was great all day. I went out to lunch with my girlfriend, like had the best day, and then at 1 o'clock in the morning, I got the chills, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then, but the next morning I was okay. So I thought if that's what COVID feels like, I certainly don't want it,
Yeah. So I'll get my next one in a couple of weeks, and then hopefully we have brighter days ahead of us. But regardless, we're talking about
the bright side of your life.
That's right. So we're talking about Jefferson Starship today.
Oh yeah, that's
right. And that somehow in all the years on this channel, I've never done a show on, and I've long had them on my long to-do list, and lots of people have asked for them. I've done Jefferson Airplane, but never Jefferson Starship. And it's funny, like going back and revisiting some of these albums and songs. This was a really good band, really underrated band.
It really was, and just because I'm a dick, I might have included a Jefferson Airplane song or two because
Lynn's not playing along to the rules already. We haven't even started.
Just thought I'd share that with you.
Well, we'll see. I'm interested to see what you put together. Tired. So I have tasked us both with putting our 10 favorite songs from Jefferson Starship. It sounds like Lynn might be doing both. We'll see. I have stuck to just Starship stuff, Jefferson Starship. It's a lot of good songs. This is a tough list to put together.
It can be very confusing for some people.
I know. It's a lot of Jeffersons going on out there, right? I guess so.
Airplanes, starships, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the difference is.
It's just in the name. Well, and some band members too. And the airlines,
I know, but either way.
So again, let's hear what your number 10 is. What do you got?
All right. So my number 10 is Ride the Tiger off Dragonfly, 1974. It's like a hippie, psychedelic. I love the guitar in it. Yeah. I mean, that for me, I was like, I have to include this song because it just kind of makes you feel that kind of way, little free floaty, kind of psychedelic kind of stuff. And little 1970s-ish, whatever. And it's from the 74. Again, I was only 3 at that time, but either way, it's a good tune. Had to include it.
It's a really good song. I like it quite a bit. More about that later.
Yeah,
I dig that song. It's a good rocker, man. It's a really good album. And in fact, I'm going to stay on that album. My number 10 from Dragonfly is Caroline, which was a minor hit for them and a good hard rock anthem. Great Marty Ballin lead vocal. You got Grace Slick singing also as well. I love when the two of them work together on these early albums. A lot of nice keyboards in this. Good guitar riffs from Craig Chiquico, who is one of the underrated guitar players, I think, of this era. And actually, I'm looking at my notes. I am pulling a Pardo here today, as I do quite often. I have a tie for number 10 because I couldn't leave off All Night Long from the Earth album.
Nice.
Which is another really good hard rocking song with lots of Craig Chiquito guitar solos. That's him right there, the guy with the.
I just like that name, Craig Chiquito.
Yeah, it is a cool name, right?
I just want to keep saying it, Chiquito.
Craig Chiquito Banana, right?
Yes. I was gonna say that. I feel like I should be dancing around.
Not that he's a banana, but he's a really good player, really underrated player, and he's all over this album. And I think again, you got really great dual vocal harmonies from Grace Slick and Marty Ballin on here, to one of the best vocal teams of this era, I think. And yeah, so All Night Long from Earth, tied with Caroline from Dragonfly. That's tied for my number 10. Back to you for number 9.
I didn't know we were doing ties, but that's okay.
Well, you know, that's something I do every so often when I can't decide, right? Hey, if you can.
I know, well, you know why? Because they have so many songs. It's hard to pick just 10.
Yeah.
It was really difficult. And, you know, again, I'm picking a song, and I don't know, you know, if a lot of people like the song. I know I like the song. It's catchy for me. It was kind of inspirational, but it's off the Earth album, 1978, and it's Count on Me.
Count on Me is great. Yeah.
I love that song. I mean, I know I was talking to a couple friends of mine, and I was telling them that I put that song, and they're like, really? You know, like they were kind of shocked. But I mean, I had the 45, you know, I think it was just kind of a thing. It was nostalgia. Yeah. Count on. Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good tune in my book. So that's my number 9 off the Earth record. Count on Me.
I love Count on Me. It's a great song. Great song. You know, I just noticed this. Does this album it looks like a K-Tel hits of the 70s type of album.
Yeah, it looks
the block lettering and all that kind of stuff.
It looks something. No, it kind of does look like an infomercial. Like it comes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I remember when that came out, I remember seeing that in the record store bins back in the day.
Well, like I said, I had the freaking 45 of that, you know.
Yeah, Count on Me was a pretty big hit.
With that little disc you put in the middle of the 45 record so it would fit on your Victrola.
Yes. The old days.
The old.
All the young kids watching today are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
They're like, what's a Victrola?
Yes. that little thing, right? That would be carried around. Mine had a carrying case, and wind it up.
What's your number 9?
Number 9. My number 9 from Modern Times. Find Your Way Back. You know what I just realized? Remember before we went on, I was telling you how I did not have nuclear furniture.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that this is a 2-on-1. I do have nuclear furniture. They're both on this CD.
Oh.
Look at that. Double disc set.
Interesting.
It's there. I got it. I thought I had it. Anyway. Yeah. Find Your Way Back was a band in the 80s now. You've got Mickey Thomas now singing lead vocals for the band, and who's got an amazing voice.
You ain't kidding.
Oh, he is so good. And Find Your Way Back was got good big, like kind of got almost like heavy metal riffs, but then, you know, the 80s synths. It's more of like kind of like a good rock and pop tune, but man, really good vocal harmonies. It's just a really fun song, and it rocks quite a bit. And I love, again, talk about Craig Chiquito, man. He's just playing these wicked solos, big crunchy riffs. I dig it. Don't like this album cover much, but hey, whatever.
I hate that album cover.
It's the 80s. Yeah.
I know. So listen, back in the 80s, someone sent me a picture on Facebook or whatever. Oh God, it was freaking awful. And they tagged me in it, and I was like, seriously, you're fucking posting that? Like, it was this tie-dye. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. My hair was like not even teased. It was like one big frizz ball, and it was all tie-dye, kind of like that record. I was like, I remember the leather and the friggin' chains. I don't remember the tie-dye, but I think that's because I don't want to remember.
Yeah, well, you know, tie-dye was popular. You know, the Deadheads started that, and then all of a sudden you had
but this was like 80s tie-dye.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, tie-dye, that's kind of cool." I'm not really into that scene. Yeah, tie-dye is kind of cool. I'd like to wear some of that. Yeah,
it was like neon tie-dye.
Oh, so really bright.
Yeah, not good. So my number 8, I have off the self-titled record from 1982 is "Winds of Change." Don't know if you have it, but her voice is freaking ridiculous. And that's not a bad album cover.
Oh, this is pretty good.
You know, it's not a bad album cover. I love the guitar. It's a typical 80s, you know, typical. And I think that, I don't know if that was like when Grace, I don't know if she rejoined the band or I don't know. Yeah, I think that was that kind of era, but
Yeah,
the
because
freaking,
she left for a couple albums and then came back again.
yeah. And then like the black cat or the wolf, whatever the hell it was, those big eyes in the freaking, in the video. I don't know. I mean,
That's a pretty cool video.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
mean,
like that song quite a bit.
It's the epitome of the 80s. Again, maybe it's nostalgia purposes, but I love that song. I like it a lot.
Yep,
So that's my number 8.
I totally agree with you. You might be hearing more about that later. So my number 8, the title track to Freedom at Point Zero. I love the little like opening drum solo from Ainsley Dunbar. Yes, Ainsley Dunbar was in Jefferson Starship along with Journey and
holy crap,
Snake and Frank Zappa. And
yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
good drummer.
He's so good. Yeah,
yeah.
It's just a good hard charging rock song. Again, Craig playing some great riffs and solos on here. Chiquito. You got Mickey Thomas and Paul Kantner singing, sharing lead vocals on this. This is actually the first album with Mickey Thomas on vocals, and no Grace Slick on this album. So, but it's a good one. It's a good one. Good album, good song. I like the title track. That's my number 8.
Nice. All right, my number 7, right? It's a Modern Times record, 1981. Strangers Calling. It's Strangers. Come on, the bass line, the freaking cool tambourine. Tell me you don't like that song.
That's a good one. It is a good one.
I don't know if it's on your list, but to me, it's like, you kidding me? I don't know. Then again, I just love his voice. So
he's amazing. Very underrated singer. Very underrated.
Oh my God. His voice literally goes right through me. Like it gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. I'm like, okay, all right. You can sing me the phone book. I'm pretty happy.
And it's so funny how like, when he joined the band and Grace left, it's like they didn't miss a beat. And if she would have never came back in the band, they still would have been really great, right? But I think they sounded great together. But man, he is
they definitely
powerhouse singer. Powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good choice. My number 7 from Spitfire, this album right here. Love that album cover, right? How about a little With Your Love, which is basically like Miracles Part 2, but I love Miracles.
Yeah.
And this is just a great Marty Ballin. And again, we talked a lot about Mickey Thomas, but Marty Ballin was a great singer as well. And he just had this real kind of soulful voice. And, With Your Love is all him. It's just this great dreamy pop song, Marty singing his ass off, got some nice little liquidy jazzy guitar lines, the electric piano from David Freiberg. Really good song. It was a pretty big hit for the band. And I like their ballads too. They have some really good ballads. So With Your Love from Spitfire is my number. Was that 7?
I like how you have all the little props. I never have any friggin' props because my shit's scattered all over the place.
Well, you know what? You can go out and get this little box set, which is the original album classics, and it has them all in the little mini sleeve type of thingies. That's what I picked up.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was cheap. It was like 20 or 25 bucks. I was like, hey,
really?
That. Yeah.
I'm so getting that. I love it.
Totally worth getting. And then I picked up the other ones for pretty cheap. I mean, most of the Starship catalog is pretty inexpensive. So
yeah, it's cute. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, my number 6 is something that you and I actually talked about before we went on the air. It's from the Earth album, 1978. It's something I want to do every time I hear the song, and it's something I want to do now, and that's Runaway.
Runaway. Yeah.
I mean, the great guitar lines, great harmonies. The song takes you somewhere else, completely somewhere else. Every time I hear it, it really does put me in a different place, and it makes me want to run away, which I've never wanted to do more than I actually want to do right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Run away from everything.
Completely.
Hop on your spaceship, hop on your starship and go to another planet.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, or my airplane.
That's it. Well, the airplane, you're not going to get too far into the solar system, so.
Listen, I'll go anywhere.
All right. Well, hey, why not, right? Get out of this place. All right. Number 6, Nuclear Furniture album, which is this bad boy right there. I'm going to go with a little Laying It on the Line.
Nice.
Laying it on the line, right on the line. Another really good rock song with when you got both Mickey and Grace singing lead vocals. Great chorus on it. Good 80s hard rock. I mean, I think they moved into the 80s pretty well in the beginning. And, I don't know if it's on your list. You know, We Built This City. It was a huge hit, but that's a little ridiculous. But
You know, it's on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
It's on my honorable mentions.
So many people hate that song. So many people hate that
I don't love it, but it's part of the thing. You know, it's part of it. It's
the funny thing is they weren't hating it back in the day because that was a huge hit.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Huge hit. Yeah, for sure.
But leading up to that album, I mean, they were doing some really good kind of early 80s, like really hard rock stuff. I mean, they were a pretty serious hard rock band. Whereas, you know, in the 70s, they were more kind of like, you know, a mix between like psychedelic rock and some hard rock and pop and all that kind of stuff. But man, in the 80s, they were like, you know, the crunch was there in the guitars.
Yeah,
Mickey Thomas with that. I mean, Mickey Thomas probably could have been, if he wanted to, like a metal singer. Probably could have been. He had that kind of voice. He had the range.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably could. He probably could have.
Yeah.
He could have been in Steelheart.
He could have been. He could have been. He's a little old now, but yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, so it's funny. So since we've been on, I actually flip-flopped my number 4 and number 5, only because I liked my number 5 better than I liked the number 4. And you mentioned it earlier, which was number 5, Find Your Way Back of Modern Times. You mentioned it. It's, you know what? It's the most recognizable. It's, I don't know, you know, how could you not like it's just a recognizable guitar riff when that song comes on. So
yeah,
but I like it, but I don't love it more than my number 4. So that for me is going to be my halfway point. It's going to be my number 5.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, as long as it's on the list, that's the important thing.
Right?
Yeah. You've already mentioned this one. My number 5 is the title track to Winds of Change.
Love it.
Great song. It's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like their prog rock song, right? It rocks, but it's like it's got these kind of spacey keyboards and stuff. I think Grace Slick sounds amazing on this song. She's really, I mean, man, when she's on her game, there's not much better than Grace Slick. And she's really wonderful here. I love the keyboards on here, good guitar solos and stuff. Just a really good song from a really like underrated Jefferson Starship album.
For sure. And so I have to tell you, this song, to me, this next song, it's again early era, right? It's off Red Octopus, and it's Miracles, 1975. You can't. It's almost like it's meditative. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, but it's red. It's red. So that.
Hey, look at that. Matching your sweater today, Lynn. See that?
Oh my God. But I mean, seriously, the heart with the octopus, I was like, that's what caught me when I first saw the record. I was like, wait, what's this? And I think back at like Record City up in Poughkeepsie, and then I take it home and listen to it. I'm like, holy shit, you know, like because of the red, it caught my eye, and then it just caught my eye because of the songs. And
look at all those band members. Look at all them. I got a whole army there.
If only you believe in miracles.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's literally like, I don't know, like maybe it's a Hallmark Channel thing again, you know?
No, I mean, let's be
believe
real.
in miracles, baby, you know?
It's one of the best pop songs of the 70s. It's one of the best pop songs of the 70s. It's great.
You know, if you believe in miracles, so would I.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good tune. So that's my number 4. You gotta have
the long version, the album version, not that truncated single version they released.
I'm down with the long version. But I definitely had to put that in my number 4 because I definitely like that better than Find Your Way Back for sure.
Okay. Well, we'll be revisiting that in a little bit. So
nice.
My number 4 is such a fun song. I could have ranked this higher, but it's just such a good one. Rock and roll is good time music. Listen to it. Just such a great.
I feel like I should just start like hair flipping or something.
I'm telling you, right? Because how can you not like headbang a little bit to that song, right?
I know. Believe me, I know.
Written by Mr. Chiquito. He wrote that song.
Chiquito.
Such a great anthem. Should have been an enormous song. I mean, I know it got some airplay. They played it on FM rock radio a bit, but man, that song should have been a huge hit for them. So good. Rock music from Freedom at 2.0.
That is a good tune. So now we're down to my last 3. Of course, I have to put it on my list for me, and that's again Jane.
Jane is great.
I mean, seriously, right? Like it's the 3 weeks at number 6 on the Billboard Top 100.
So I've been holding this album up a lot. What does that tell you? This is probably their best album.
Oh, Jane.
It's
Like I
so
can't
good.
even go that high. Even if I do falsetto, I can't go that high.
Oh yeah, Mickey Thomas, man, he's going through.
There's no way. I tried even earlier. We were not on here. My kids thought the dogs were dying. What's that
big
noise?
Riffs and the piano. Oh, it's such a great song.
Yeah. So I mean, intense. But number 3, I mean, 3 weeks at number 6 on the Billboard, like that's no joke for 79, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of good tunes came out of that era. And for them to hold their own back then.
That is true.
Good
I
stuff.
love more on that in a minute. My number 3, Ride the Tiger from Dragonfly.
Oh,
Everything you said about it, great vocals, great riffs. It's just such a great anthem. One of my
way up there.
early songs from them. Yeah, just seriously good stuff. That's my number 3, Ride the Tiger.
Well, so this is where I get tricky. This is where I get a little airplane-y.
Here's where you get disqualified. I'm gonna be Butch now, right? So you're out.
I am out. But either way, it's Somebody to Love, 1967, Surrealistic Pillow. Like, I know it's not Starship. I know it was Airplane. But fuck, that record is ridiculous. And it is, I can't even there's nothing that Starship does that compares to that. So I had to put it in.
I wonder if they ever played it live.
Somebody to Love. I have to put it in. I had to put it in.
Okay. I wonder if they ever played it live. Then I'll give you a pass.
It's my favorite record. I don't know, but I'm sure they did play it live. Because you're gonna have to give me a pass on my number 1 too. It's my favorite.
Oh, okay. So this is your keeping it in the family picks here at the top. All right.
Well, you know.
Boy, we talk about me cheating and Keeler cheating, and I think you're cheating even worse today. Holy smokes.
You know, R.I.P. Paul. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all right.
Poor guy.
As long as you have a couple of honorable mentions that are actually Starship songs, we'll be
I know, but I was keeping his dream alive with this, you know, just considering he was the co-founder. And without him, Starship, Airplane, whatever the hell you want to call it, wouldn't even exist. So I had to give him some props.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
I'll give it to you. All right. You got it. I never argue with a woman, so okay. All right.
Smart. Very smart. Your wife taught you right.
I've learned that the hard way. Trust me.
Yeah, your wife taught you right.
My number 2 from Red Octopus. Lynn has already talked about it. Miracles. I mean, it's one of my favorite pop songs of that decade. I absolutely love Miracles. Man, it's just so dreamy and swirly, and those glorious melodies, and you know, Marty Balin at his probably absolute best. I mean, it's one of the great songs of the decade, and you know, only you believe.
Miracles, baby.
And all the backing vocals. Oh man, I hear it, and it takes me to another place. I love it.
I
love the Starship hard rock and stuff, but man, you know, you play Miracles and With Your Love back to back. I'm done.
Holy shit.
I'm done.
Holy shit. Yeah.
All right, number 1. I think I know what your number 1 is.
Well, don't kill me. It's my number 1 because it's my number 1 of all time, like forever in this band's era ever. And that's White Rabbit off Surrealistic Pillow. I can't. Like, it's just fucking amazing. I mean, the bass line, oh my God, you hear that and just, she puts you in a trance, you know? It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like, it's about drugs, but it's about like kind of going off on your own in your mind. And I don't know. That song just
about drugs. I thought it was about Alice in Wonderland.
Chasing rabbits. We're chasing rabbits. What did they say? They actually said that it's in the top 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. And they actually said that it's about following your curiosity is what they said when they were interviewed. However, another interview said that it was a way for them to get drug connotations past like the media and the people that were like, you know, putting a kibosh on that back in the day.
So doing all that, but as long as you're on acid, right? Then it works. Right.
Listen, I never did a freaking drug in my life. Well, I shouldn't say that. I smoked weed once, but I didn't like it. But I still love that song. Tripping or not tripping, it still takes you to another place. You know, I can
Great
still
song.
bring myself there without doing a drug. And I think that's why I don't do drugs, because I can take myself there without it. You know, my mind is that fucked up.
You are your own drug. Okay, I get you. I get you.
Oh, I am a drug for sure. But you know what? My honorable mentions, again, Embryonic Journey, my favorite instrumental. Again, I know it's Airplane, but and then Lay It on the Line, Be My Lady. I actually like that song a lot. And then I put We Built the City. And again, it's not that I love that song, but it was that nostalgia 80s kind of, we built this city, and it made a lot of money. And like you said, dollars don't lie, you know?
Made a
Dollars
shitload of
don't
money.
lie.
A lot of money.
But seriously, I mean, her voice, his voice together, separate. I mean, I can listen to it all fucking day long. It's just, they're amazing. They really are amazing.
Really
And
good.
there's a ton of other hits that like I didn't even touch on, but those are the ones that made me feel good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Like, you know, there's a lot I didn't. Well, I got a couple honorable mentions. Let me get my number one out of the way first. It's Jane from Freedom of Point Zero. I love Jane. Oh, since the first time I heard it back on WPDH 101.5 way back in the day. I've always loved the song. It's just a really good party hard rocker. Oh yeah, those riffs are just great. Love the piano, love the vocals. Oh my god, this is
Oh
so
my
great.
god,
This is a really good album. Freedom at
So
Point Zero
good.
is really, really good.
So good.
So that's my number one, and I got a couple honorable mentions here. We've got Hyperdrive from Dragonfly, and that's kind of like a cool psychedelic kind of song. It's got Marty and Grace both on keyboard. It's got a little violin solo from Papa John Creech, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
What else? Dance with the Dragon from Spitfire, another good hard rocking song with both of them singing. Cruisin' from Spitfire, St. Charles from Spitfire, a lot of good songs on that. I had Count on Me on my honorable mentions as well as Fire, another good memorable rocker from the Earth album. So those are my honorable mentions there today. So
you have to love Starship, you have to love Airplane. I mean, you have to love that whole, like I said, they really did kind of build rock and roll to what it is today, you know, starting from the whole psychedelic era, like you said. Then they transitioned really well from that shit into the 80s. Not many bands were able to do that and still keep their popularity the way these guys did. I mean, really, it's kind of a big deal. They were kind of a big deal, and they're still kind of a big deal. I mean, not that they're doing much now. I know they're older.
Yeah, I think the last time, I mean, they were touring like the summertime, like what do you call it? The like not the carnival. I'm trying to think. What is it? Like they do it out west all the time. They have the summer, the fair. They were touring the fair circuit quite a bit. But I mean, you know, like Grace is retired. They had some other female vocalist. You know, then Paul died. So I don't really know what they're doing at this point. But good stuff. And you know, if you're looking to get some of this stuff, everybody watching, this is a really good collection to get, because you get, you know, all these albums here, which we showcase quite a bit from. And then if you want to, you know, finish out the collection, you can get this one is available. And then I bought this twofer, which has both of these albums on one.
Can't get past that cover.
And that's
can't get past the cover.
I know. I'm looking at it. I'm like, ugh, that is definitely not t-shirt worthy, right?
No.
You imagine you walk up to someone and they're wearing Modern Times on their shirt. It's like,
no, it's insane. No, but I'm telling you now, it's funny. I don't ever think that they're that old, because I never think that I'm that old. So when I think of all these bands, I'm like, oh, they must be 40, 50. And I'm like, oh, wait, shit. I'm going to be 50. Like, I can't, I just never.
Grace Slick, I think, is almost 80.
Come on. That's insane.
And she's completely white haired. I don't know if you've seen her. Look her up when we get off this.
I'm going to. Yeah.
I mean, she still looks like Grace Slick, but man, she's just got all white hair now. It's like, wow. It's like, how did they all get so old? But yeah, that's unfortunately, that's what happens, right?
I know, but I know, like I said, I think because, you know, the pages kind of still, you know, the old photos, the old videos, you see that. And I still kind of think they are what they are. And like I said, of course, because I still think I'm 25, you know?
Yeah, 25 was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Well, in my mind, it wasn't.
Okay. And that's really all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. In my mind, it wasn't. But my mind is not someplace that many people want to be, including myself, which is why I want to run away.
Yeah, that's not a good situation when even you don't want to be in your own head. But that's a conversation for another day, I guess.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but I want to tell people to go to my Facebook page and go to like Vicious Moments, Instagram vicious_moments or Vicious Moments group, Vicious Moments page. It's a blog about music. It's uplifting stuff. It's some kind, it's a bunch of stuff. It's music, blog, it's inspirational. It's everything that's in my mind. So come aboard if you wish.
There you go. We'll drop the link to that in the comment section below, so everybody can go check that out.
Yeah, I feel like I should be singing like that Pink Floyd. I've got your bike. You can ride it if you like. It's got the basket to fill the rings and things to make it look good. Like I feel like it's kind of like that.
So go check that out, everybody. Jump on board and join Lynn and all her little, things that she's going to be thrilling us with over there. So, but she'll be back because Monday night is just a couple days away. So we'll be back. If I remember correctly, you're going to be going over to Butch's house on Monday, right?
I am.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of cool. That'll be kind of cool.
It's going to be something if he lets me in. I might be doing it from the window. I might be doing it with my freaking phone. I don't even know if he's going to let me in, to be honest.
It'll be your turn to talk, and we'll hear a knock at the window, and Butch will be doing one of these things. It's like,
yeah. Hello.
She's not sitting in here with me, right? So
well, he better let me in.
On Monday night. He'll let you in. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So there you have it, everybody. Jefferson Starship, mostly. Top 10 songs. Put your favorite 10 Starship songs in the comments below. If you want to play along like I did, sure. If you want to include some airplane stuff like Lynn did, go right ahead. Or you want to do 2 separate lists, you can do that too. If you haven't seen it, I did do, you know what? I don't even know if I did a Jefferson Airplane top 10 songs. I know I ranked the albums. I can't remember because I've done thousands of shows.
Maybe we should have done that. My favorite too. I only need 8 more.
That's it. So yeah, so if I do decide to do that, you're already halfway.
I know. Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
So take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Stay tuned tomorrow. Speaking of Mr. Butch Jones, he and I will be doing a dream set list of Thin Lizzy tomorrow, as well as part 2 of our favorite guitar riff show. That is coming up tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned for that. And before you know it, we'll be at Monday for the Hudson Valley Squares, Tuesday for In the Prague Seat, and then we're going to finish out the month of March with a couple more Dream Setlist shows, and then, man, it's April already, April Fools. So we'll see you all then. For Lynne Versaci, I am Pete Pardo. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.